when I walked out my front door. I was in misery that day. Her name was My. We're slipping off as the came over to my place. They asked me why. The long face that I held that day. I told them. They told me to. Love me too. But no, they didn't include. P.S. I love you. On that note, 'cause baby, it's you. I said to her. She asked me something. She whispered into my ear. Among your lips will heal a sore throat. And if my lips don't do the trick, there's a place downtown called a hospital. And they'll lock you up. It won't be long. I'll bring you home in your straitjacket. All I gotta do is give you all my love. After that, please don't bother me. The little child down the street will be all alone. Till there was you. When you moved in. My address has changed. I'm more talented than you. Like my date to homecoming all those years ago. She really got a hold on me. Resting her head on my shoulder. I wanna be your man. I told her, you don't want me because she said that she had a... I kissed her once. I collected my... And I asked her. I wanna hold your hand. This teenage tried to cut in, but I said to him, but I'm her date for the evening, and customs show that messed up, I promise. If I fell. My aging grandmother asked me while I was happy to dance with you. And I told her, I love her. Tell me why. The world is the way it is. Well, you can rent a girl, but you can't buy me love. Night or day. Because I'll cry instead. I took notes on the things we said today. So that when I get home, I wouldn't have to say that I'll be back and slow down on my intake. Open the and come give me I got no reply to my text. I thought I'm a loser. I put all my babies in mine for a day filled with I'll follow the sun back to my place and watch in this one day this week. After all, there's 2 Saturdays for me. That's 8 days a week. I whispered words of love to my and I told her, think that is because of me. Because I don't wanna spoil the party that we're at. It's as simple as that. What you doing? Baby, it's none of my concern. Now listen, I can't help. Everybody's trying to be my baby. But what I can tell you is that if then with her hands in my pockets. If I don't like it, I say to her, you like me too much. She may call me a but yes it is. I met at the asylum. When I was there, tell me what you see. I asked her. She screeched because she's to listen carefully. Another girl came into my life and she was full-blown psychic. She told me I paid to have a and she told me to just she told me it's only love. I've just seen a face like you many times before. Yesterday I got up to see the sunrise and through the Norwegian you won't see me for another week while I take a break and shred all evidence. I'll be just think for yourself. will guide you. I said to her.
What goes on?
In my previous life, like the girl I used to be with.
I'm looking through you.
Now.
My life.
I've waited for you.
If I needed someone.
At any point in my life, it's now. If you can, because you get all my baggage.
I won't be sleeping.
Because I've just had a busy life. Prescribing medication.
Yesterday.
Instructions were made by him to stay in bed for you, because your head's gonna be slop.
If I needed someone.
When I was younger, I just had to.
Work it out and play. Trim up.
Back to school, bed, homework. The
Taxman.
started taking from me at the age of 14.
Eleanor Rigby.
I believe was his name.
Here, there, and everywhere.
I wrote to another missus as I joined the Marines. We were stationed in a
Yellow submarine.
that once I returned and saw the
Good day, sunshine.
for the first time in months,
For no one.
star in the sky could ever tell you.
I want to tell you.
The story of my own past, I have,
Got to get you into my life.
and soon. Because
It is not dying.
if it's coming,
Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
was the name of my band in high school. And
Help from my friends.
we started playing in clubs with,
Lucy
some would say that we had our heads.
in the sky with dimes.
We were just starting to.
Getting better.
When Tommy's drum busted and we were stuck.
Fixing a hole.
My older sister.
She's leaving home.
So by,
For the benefit of Mr. Kite.
I said, or,
Without you.
your room will be our studio. Even
When I'm 64.
one day. The girl that got me into playing the guitar. I hope that the birds still sung is the greatest when I
Woke up, fell out of bed.
and dream me about a
Fool on the hill.
at Max Yaskar's farm. We were in a helicopter, much like the that when the festival ended, I took so many drugs that I was convinced that I was
You say goodbye.
to my innocence,
I say hello.
to a dream, to a
Strawberry fields
set
forever.
on repeat down
Any lady,
in a rich part of town.
baby, you're a rich man.
I didn't even need to hear that for me to know it was true. But,
All you need is love.
and when I was,
Back in the USSR.
I started writing a letter.
Dear Prudence.
I wrote the was shattered by a dam, but I didn't care. I smelt one of Mother's dishes. And as a part of my uncle,
Deep in the jungle, while my guitar gently weeps.
with dust on it as I was away,
Happiness is a warm gun.
a family friend told me he was in the war. I was 12 years old. He yelled,
Martha, my dear,
she was his wife,
I'm so tired.
of picking the
Blackbird,
z off the ground. The and
Rocky
the
Raccoon.
were not.
Don't pass me by.
She said, you shoot him, you get to pick him up.
Why don't we do it in the road?
Was not something that you asked on the first date. But she said that
I will.
his mom might be what you considered to be a rebel of the 60s. What I didn't know is that it was her. Are about to be over. My told me that. Just waiting for you, my.
Everybody's got
She then whispered.
Me and my monkeys.
She laughed.
Texas City.
And took a break to fight for the and awaiting, but also your
Baby cry.
ing
Good night.
for now.
Only a lonely sun.
Could do that for me. They do it better than we do. You're not a threat of a deal to not to be able to get into. He states, you see, it's all a... There are a bunch of... And that is what we call a... World War III. The... Finally got out.
Yellow submarine.
Made it to...
Come together.
Everyone, there's...
Something
We have to do about...
Maxwell
He's going to...
Silver.
And strike the... There's more to life than possession. I ain't eating that. Even if it's as fresh as... grown. To keep looking for your purpose.
Here comes the sun.
That should help you see.
Because
In the end, Uncle Sam's gonna knock on your door and say that
you never give me your money.
your name is now. And she named the... Her nickname is... But originally it was just...
She came
And mind you, this is 2 floors up.
to the bathroom window.
I was in a...
Golden slumbers carry that way.
We're bringing back more than what we came with. Our vacation is at...
In the end, Her Majesty's
Only approved it for
8 days.
the...
Two of us.
Used every minute. We even wrote a...
Dig upon it.
We wanted to travel. But
I be mine. I
real life must continue. Do you?
dig it. Let it be.
Please just hear me out
I'm gonna be late.
about this life. Because
After 9:09.
the gate will open and that will give you... It's a sensation that's just...
For you, blue.
Now, nothing is true. And with that, my name is Jamie. Keep it casual.